Hello, this is Kalpesh Joshi, Managing Director of Vastuvision. I practice Vastu over 32 years. We have offices worldwide like London, New York, Toronto, India, Australia, and we serve over 100 countries.
Hello, Mr. Joshi.
Hi, Gunjan, how are you?
Very well. Right, so I want to begin the questionnaire by diving right into a very hot topic and asking you, if Vastu is so powerful, why do so many people still live in wrong facing flats and feel nothing is affecting them at all?
You have a lots of possibility to make your life better, but if you don't make it better, that doesn't mean that the good thing doesn't exist.
But is it of paramount importance that if they are putting up in a space that is not according to Vastu, they will feel some sort of impact?
For sure, because the human body reacts to your surrounding. So one energy which you have and another energy the place have, right? So when we talk about the surrounding, if those surroundings are not right, directly, indirectly, they're going to influence you for sure.
Right. There are many young professionals that rent apartments. Now they cannot knock down walls or they cannot reorient rooms. What are some simple Vastu hacks that they can immediately apply? You can discuss any 2 or 3 hacks with us.
Sure. So when you buy any rental thing, still you have a choices to actually look for that, like if you get a better direction apartment or better orientation of door, because see, apartment building you get in all 4 directions. So if you have a basic idea that okay, this is a better direction or this way is a better way of opening the door, you do get a better choices as far as the apartments are concerned. Number one. So direction is important. So once you have an idea about direction, you can get the apartment of that direction. That's number one. Number two, like you don't have to all the time, like by breaking or doing some major change, then only your home is Vastu compliant. Not necessarily. There are very small, simple remedies that, let's say, like northeast is the water corner. Either it is a 10 by 10 square feet room or million by million square feet building. So the northeast is a water corner. Everybody needs a water. So let's say if you have a small table fountain there or some like vase with some water, flower petal inside, something like that. If you have it in that corner, naturally it will generate that positive energy in that. So design the 4 corner, which is air, fire, water and the earth element into your home will make, so you don't have to break anything, you are adding the thing. So the northeast corner water fountain, southeast corner get like red color candles, right? So candle resembles the fire and the red color resembles the fire too. So in a nice stand you put it in that corner, it will bring the things. Because let's say in India, I cannot come up and say that you have a fireplace there, right? So it is like the small thing, rental place, these stuffs help.
Right. There is a belief that Vastu can guarantee success, wealth and health. Is that true or is it an exaggeration?
Yeah, no, Vastu do gives you like that kind of indirect like guarantee from a nature, from a spiritual aspect, because your body, like human body, has the 5 elements, right? And you are in a Vastu, you're trying to balance those 5 elements in your surrounding, right? So Vastu does have a lots of influence, and it guarantees you that the 3 things Vastu guarantee, which is peace, prosperity, and happiness. But that will only change your life 10 to 15%. Okay, because your hard work, your birth star, there are many other aspects, but 10 to 15% is not a small amount to change somebody's life.
Is that also the magnitude of impact that wrong Vastu has on people? Like, is it just 10 to 15% or is it more, or does it like get exaggerated by working with charts of people?
Yeah, so mostly same thing, like the positive effect is also 15 to 20% and negative effect is also 15 to 20%. But you have to understand which 15% it is. See, if you are financially drained, if you are physically drained, you are mentally drained, and then 15% left Vastu aspect, you are drained from that angle also, then you feel that, now everything is gone. Like that.
Can you walk us through your typical consultation process, right from the first contact that you have with the client to the final set of recommendations that you provide on any project? Can you just walk us through the process once?
Sure. So we expect the number 3, like my personal thing is I always want the client should be ready with 3F.
Okay.
So number 1F is faith in me and my science, what I practice.
Yeah.
Number 2F is whatever I say needs to be followed. Like if you don't follow, it's not going to have any influence on you.
Yeah.
And number 3F is finance. Nothing is free in this world.
Yeah.
Right? So if these 3F are not taken care, you're not going to get utmost result.
Yeah.
Because consultant are the person who is putting so much of their knowledge, energy, power into you to empower you. So mainly we expect that if you have a floor plan or if you have some pictures or something like that, get some material to discuss on a table. So at least we know what exactly we are doing. So the primary thing when we talk about floor plan, we want a floor plan with north direction mark. Number 1. Number 2, we want the measurement should be right. Right? Because this is all about the shape and direction and the corner.
Yeah.
So if those measurements are not right, we can't help. And number 3 is like whatever the pictures or things they have. Additional, very important thing, number 4, like we will tell all the generic or required thing. But if you have any specific concern, let's say if your kids are not doing well in a school or somebody has like elderly parents have a health issues or financial litigation is going on. So any specific thing you come and identify. So we will either correlate or we will try to make those things better. Right. So that's how the process starts. Then the next thing is to get a feel and energy of the place. We'll walk into those places to get a real feel and energy of that. And end of the day, after working with the team of architect, interior design and all the things, once it is ready, we do the final inspection and give you a return Vastu report.
Okay.
So you can compare with somebody, because in our culture, every third person is expert. Somebody will walk into your home and say, oh no, ये सोफा ऐसे नहीं ऐसे रखना था, right? But then it is not only about the financial thing, but it's a faith. Like you can change that stuff, but then it's a faith. Like I said something and someone else will walk in and say something. So why we give you return sign report, that you have it for a reference and you can always cross question with the professional. Because the unprofessional person will not walk in and give you any report, or he does not have a base to, you know, whatever he has written to say something. But I will have a base like, okay, if I say this direction, this is how it works. And last but not least, everyone has one question. Okay, when will I see the effect? Okay. So when will I see effect is the major thing for everyone after following all the norms. So you see general effect in 90 to 180 days.
Okay.
So either it is a positive effect of Vastu, the place you move in, or even if it is a negative effect of the Vastu, because your body will get, you know, tune into that energy and environment, and then action and reaction will come into you. The house will not fight with you, but you will start fighting with the people if the things are not right.
Right. Understood. Very straightforward and very streamlined process that you have in place there. So you operate in multiple countries and multiple cities. How do you maintain consistency in your consultations?
Right. So generally you need to know like different direction, different area. So let's say if I design something in India, I cannot design like from a Western aspect or from like, let's say Asian aspect or something. I will have to have that Indian feel and touch into that, right? So that is why it is very important that we take care of all those stuff. We ask like people like what kind of things you want and how we can align with their culture, their heritage, their needs and want, and suitable to the place where it is built. Right? Then and then you can identify and then you feel the real thing. Because I make something like artificial thing here, which is nothing like where you can, like there's no correlation. Right? So that's why it's important, like if you have a highly traveled or experienced person who has a knowledge about the different part of the world, so who can serve your need, right?
Right. And can this happen virtually? Or is it a prerequisite for you to visit each and every site?
Yeah, so that's again come into the third F, which is like financial thing. So if you really want, let's say very like economical or simple thing, then yes, we can do virtual thing, because end of the day, like whatever the floor plan I approve or I say that okay, these changes required, those are the other professionals sitting on a different part of the world, which are interior designer, architect, or a structural engineer. Those are very professional and regulated field.
Yeah.
So they will do the exact right thing, whatever I have said, right? And as long as those things are taken care, like you good to go. So sitting different part of the world, we can like do this, because for me, like I travel all over the world. So even if I'm based here, but let's say tomorrow I may be in Papua New Guinea, right? So I still have to do it like online consultation. So as long as the basic things are matched, then it is good.
We're good to go.
Yeah.
Right. So you have over 32 years of experience in Vastu and Feng Shui. How did you begin this journey, and how has it been for you over the years?
So unlike other people, I also wanted to have like better life, like flying business class and having stayed in 5-star hotel, luxurious country, travel, and you make money and the respect and everything. So initially I thought like I would not be able to like have all these things if I start practicing this, all the natural spiritual sciences like Vastu and Feng Shui and things like that. So I did tried other thing after my formal education in this spiritual thing. I did try flying, like I'm a trained pilot.
Right.
I did marine engineering. I'm a COP second class officer. Then I did try the hotel management, like so I cook the good food. I'm a chef.
Okay.
So all the things I did try, but end of the day I realized like this is the thing which will take me to a next level.
Yeah.
That again where your faith and your horoscope and your thing comes, like where your life is going to take you, right? So I did this extra thing which is helpful to me in this life.
Yeah.
But end of the day, nature took me to the where the nature wanted to take me, right? At the same time, I could still have that thing, like satisfying all those things, like flying first class or traveling all over the world and getting the respect.
Right. Perfect. Can you share a few landmark projects that you worked on, and what role did Vastu play in shaping them?
Yeah, so I have a client who has like a hospital.
Yeah.
And his main goal was like, most of the time people are not happy, like they walk into the hospital with some or another reason. And like sometimes they don't even survive. So he realized that lots of like negative energy and things are there.
Yeah.
So how I can help to make it better? Because he said like we also work in the same environment 24/7,
Yeah.
right? So we also feel that negative energy and stuff. And we are also not happy if somebody's pass away in our own hospital and thing, or somebody are not curing, like we are not able to cure them, right? So he told me that we want to get these things designed. So I designed all the things for him, and the major thing was like operation theater was not in the right direction or way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So that was changed, and he could correlate the thing. And he walked into me after 1 month and he said like, there is a major problem after I made a changes. I said, what's a major problem? He said like most of my staff is leaving the organization after I made these changes. So like what you have to come up and say about this? So I said, see, all the negative energy was there, was like prevailing. And those people are also negative, like they were correlating with them. So that's why they were happy. And you were not happy because things were not shaping into the right direction.
Yeah.
So I said within 90 to 180 days, the new people will come and take over the thing, because I changed the environment.
Yeah.
So only those positive energy people will get attracted to this. And that is what has happened. So not in a 6 month, but in 8 months, he walked into me and he said, yes, it did happen like this.
Right.
So now my new team is like far better than the previous one. And now I realize that why these things are like that. So sometimes you have to keep a faith in a God and the professional, because we are here to make you happy.
Yeah.
We are not here to prove our points.
Right.
Or we don't have to like make you, like bring you down to like show that we are something. No.
Right.
End of the day, like if you are happy, then you make other happy. We do have like, we are preferred vendor of like major hotel chains, so luxurious hotels we design. Then we do for most of the retail chain store. the restaurant, then major landmarks we design. So all sort of things, like we have combined thing. And additionally, like recently we started designing the spiritual places like temples and things worldwide. Because end of the day, if that premises is not like logistically and spiritually powerful,
Yeah.
right, it's not going to give you any good results. So that's what like we do, like no profit, no loss. Any religious premises like temple, something, even schools, we design worldwide to make it Vastu compliant. So the people who go there, or people who live there, or people who study there will get a better energy.
Right. So, Vastu has been practiced for thousands of years, but there's always been a debate that is it a science or is it a superstition? Can you take us back to its origin and explain what it was truly meant to be?
Right. So Vastu is the Indian concept of architecture, and it's called Vastu Shilp Shastra. The India has a 64 different art where Bharatanatyam and all other art are covered. So out of them, like one of them is the Vastu Shilp Shastra.
Okay.
And on that basis, like you make your bhavan. The Vastu is actually literally means the Vastu, like where you live or where you work. So when you have that design from a right angle, right prospect, you get peace, prosperity, happiness.
Yeah.
That was the original meaning. And today, like people don't have time or people don't have those things, and people are moving different part of the world. So they don't have access to this thing. And due to that, like unawareness or no knowledge, or sometimes it's not easily available, people ignore this stuff, right? And they feel, okay, without that also everything is fine. No, but you have a one life. If you can make your life a little better, why not?
Yeah.
So as simple as that, like if you go to a grocery store and somebody sells banana, or like regular banana for like 2 rupees, and the same store will come up and say that, okay, I'm selling organic banana for 2 rupees also, right? Who will not buy?
Yeah.
So the same thing is like, why, like you buy let's say 1 crore home, and like very little, like 0.0001% is the cost of Vastu, which will add lots of value to it, right? So that's the thing. So sometimes, like, do you want to ignore, or do you want to make sure that, like, if this thing can make our life better, why not? And this is again one time.
Right.
So like if you don't make any changes to your home, you don't have to consult anyone again.
Yeah. If someone is house hunting today, what are the top things that they should check from a Vastu perspective?
Yeah, so the first thing is the direction.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, the second thing is you have to see the purpose, like for what? Like you're going for a better school for our kids, you're looking for a house, or a growth, or you're upgrading, or you're downsizing the thing. The second is the purpose.
Okay.
And number three is the certain things are kind of no in a Vastu thing. If Vastu says that one should not have it, why won't you have it there?
Yeah.
Right? So these small things, like if you take care, you make your life better.
Right. So when hiring a Vastu consultant, what should people come prepared with in advance when they're consulting you for an effective consultation?
Sure. So number one, that like you have to have like detailed floor plan with north direction mark. Number two, like what you want. Number three is your limitations. Let's say if you have a rental house and you walk into me, or if you're having an apartment, I cannot make another door on the west side or south side because I have to play with that one door only. So if you come up with the limitations, or if you have like, let's say, a limited budget, you come up and tell me. So if you come with all those things, it makes the consultant life easy because you are walking to us. We don't have to generic design your home. We are custom designing your home. So that's why these things are very important.
Right. Why do generic remedies like mirrors, pyramids, or crystals often fail?
The reason is like people just put it on for a sake of like having them there. So that doesn't help. Like it has to have a proportion.
Yeah.
Right? So if you do it in a proportional manner, it helps. But if you just do it randomly, it's not going to help. So as I said, like if you have to if your home has an anti-clockwise staircase going up,
Yeah.
and if you just put like 1 by 1 square feet mirror, it's not going to help. Like your staircase is about like 200 square feet area, and then you put like 2 by 2 mirror, it's not going to help, right? So similar way, if you do not have that thing in proportion or professionally advised by, it doesn't help.
Right. So how is Vastu applied to offices or co-working spaces or even corporate buildings where many people are sharing the same environment?
Right. So that's why the Vastu is important for commercial premises. So we got like contract for one of the big financial organization. So they walk into us and they said we want to do Vastu, but we have one condition, that we have open concept of working.
Right.
So like they have like 10-story building and there are like 3,000 people working, and they said we have open concept of working thing. So that was challenging for me. Like if I have to make like accountant sitting in a specific direction and then the marketing guy sitting in a specific direction. So I end up designing the floor wise. Okay, like floor 3 is for marketing people.
Right.
So I designed that floor accordingly. So all marketing guys will sit that floor and they'll face the specific direction. So it is more easier than doing the home Vastu. The reason is like you want a more productivity out of your employee, right? So the employer put in so much of energy and effort to make their business growing next level. So it is always better for a big corporation or any business. People should design, like if they design the place into the right way, then you have a right result, because that person also has to feel comfortable. Maybe his cubicle cabin is 2 by 3, but if he or she is facing in the right direction, she will give you right results.
Right.
So that's why it is very important.
Okay. All right. So you've also practiced Feng Shui. What is the key difference between Feng Shui and Vastu Shastra?
Yeah, so the Feng Shui is like the similar thing. Feng and Shui. Feng is Chinese word air. Shui is Chinese word water. So it's all based off 5 elements of the universe. But Feng Shui is more about the remedial thing. So it's easy to do the remedies and stuff like that. It helps, like let's say wind charm or a turtle in a water or lovebirds and things like that. So it does help to enhance the power.
Right.
Right. So the Vastu is the core building designing and things like that. And Feng Shui is kind of, the interior designing or, bringing little more energy out of it. So.
Right. But for someone who is confused between the two, how would they decide whether to follow Vastu or Feng Shui or both?
Yeah, so sometimes like when you have a new structure or new building or your own thing where you make like more changes, you should go for Vastu. And when you have a lots of limitations while changing or making the thing, you can do like Feng Shui, because they are easy, clear and cost effective remedies.
Right. Also, like, is there a duration difference, like in terms of timelines? Is Vastu more effective, more long term, and Feng Shui, say?
Yeah, so the Vastu is kind of permanent structure. As I said, it's architecture. And Feng Shui changes because it's the Chinese origin thing. So it changes every year according to their year.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Feng Shui consultant will come and make little changes when the year change.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, so because it is not a structure, so it's easy to move around.
Accommodate. All right. So you travel constantly for work. How do you maintain balance and harmony in your own life and spaces?
Right. So as I follow this Vastu and all this stuff, so I'm very sattvic person. So sattvic means like very clean eating, regular time, discipline and thing. At the same time, like because like your inbuilt thing will not go away from you. So let's say as an interior designer, you walk into somebody's place, something is not in the right direction, you take it and put it somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Because this is inbuilt thing.
Yes.
The similar way I try to follow, like when I check into the hotel, I look at the room like, in the right direction facing, the bed position is right, because you do have a choices for that, right? So if you follow all those things, then the things synchronize together. you leave happily, and end of the day, that's what you want.
Right. So we're on to the rapid fire section now. Can you name any 3 changes one can do today, even in a rented apartment, that will invite more positive energy to the space?
Sure. Number one is the color combination. Number two, like small thing. Let's say if you talk about like sitting direction. So let's say if you're accountant, so accountant supposed to face north facing, you have a revolving chair or you have an option in any apartment that you move or sit in that direction, or even sitting north facing in your bed doing the work, it's fine. And number three is any accessible thing. So let's say the southwest has to be a heavier corner.
Yeah.
But that's practically not possible, like you can't change it. So you get something which resembles the height and weight. So let's say if you get a wooden elephant or if you get a stone elephant, so elephant resembles the height and weight. So if you put them into the southwest corner, so that will kind of balance those things out.
Right. So any 2 myths about Vastu that you want to bust today?
Yeah, so the people say that Vastu and things doesn't affect. So somebody sent me a joke actually on the social media that like if you go to दारू का ठेला होता है, वहाँ कोई भी वास्तु नहीं किया होता है, but still people line up there.
Yeah.
Right? Then why do you need a Vastu? Like somebody actually sent me literally that.
Yeah.
So I answered them. I said, बंदे को मरने के लिए या better नहीं होना है, so they don't need a Vastu.
Yeah.
The Vastu is to make your life better.
Yeah.
And best or improve. So that is number one. Number two, like I told one of my clients that you should have an east facing apartment, and I approve that east facing apartment, like east facing home. So I approved that east facing home, and the guy walked into me after 1 year and he said, now like you told me to make east facing, everything was good, but now there is a building across like in an east direction which is like 50 floor building. So I never get, like I don't get any sun rays in my house. So what should I do now? I said, you according to the science, you calculate the sun rays, like sun is almost 10,000 miles away from us. It takes 6.5 minutes that rays to travel to the earth. So I told him to calculate that how much time will it take to cut that apartment building and come to your home. Right?
Yeah.
It's a feel and it's an energy. The apartment building cannot do nothing. It's 10,000 miles away that the rays travels easily, right? So it will come to your home too. So I said, don't worry about, people can make as many as building in front of your house, but that energy, what you get from a sun rays, you will still get it. There is not even 0.1% fraction difference in that.
Right. Any common misconception that people have come to you with that हमें इस कलर से परहेज करना चाहिए या फिर हमें ये आइटम नहीं रखनी चाहिए घर में, anything, and it's just pure myth?
Yeah, so sometimes people do come up and say that कि जब से हमने ये पिक्चर लगाया है, तब से like बच्चों को घर में डर लग रहा है. So like something they come up.
Yeah.
But that is all happens because when you have a negative energy, you get carried away by other stuff and you start blaming or correlating those things.
Yeah.
So when we go there, sometimes things happens in a better reason. So like I went somebody's place and then I told them like you need to move the bed. So they moved the bed. So there was like Vastu change was very little, but the moment they moved the bed, like somebody was doing, black magic and thing came out of that the stuff, because there was like somebody was leaving their stuff below their bed.
Oh.
So just from a Vastu aspect, I moved the bed and then they come up like they could see like this was the thing. So it was not a Vastu change, but there are certain things when you're trying to move yourself towards positivity, the negativity you can identify or you can, go away from those stuff.
Right. Any one direction that you think people obsess over too much and you feel is like very overrated?
Yeah, so everybody feels that, okay, let's say the north direction is good because the Kuber Bhandar and Lakshmi ji, they sit in the north direction, which is called Uttar Disha. So Uttar Disha always bring Uttar Pragati, means always prosperity. Yeah, so which is good. But they always forget, like when you buy the north facing thing, there is like, when you enter, there is always washroom, even in a commercial premises or somewhere. So then like your washroom falls into northeast.
Yeah.
So you're not gaining anything better, right? So the Vastu is all about the balancing the thing.
Yeah.
So the kitchen, like your bedroom, your washroom, everything has to balance,
Work in
not only
balance.
one direction.
direction,
Because you end up getting one direction, still you're not happy. There is a reason, because these are the things are not taken care. So that's why it's important, like not like run behind one thing, get it balanced result out of the things.
Right. And one feng shui tip that blends beautifully into modern homes today.
Yeah, so like everybody wants like happiness, especially in their bedroom for like married couple and things like that. So if you get, let's say, lovebirds, that resembles the love, affection, and very close relationship thing.
Yeah.
So if you have that thing in your bedroom, it always gives you good results.
All right. I think that brings us to the end of this interview. Thank you so much for making time for this.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and I'm happy to be here. I hope this will help the rest of the world.